Hello everyone, it's Sean here, and today I wanted to show you how you might use our asset transfer protocol gateway to send assets from any of the chains that Hyperbridge is connected to. So gateway itself is simply token transfers, and it's built on top of Hyperbridge using it as a message passing layer. So let's quickly dive in. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to all the networks we support just to show you the networks we support. Click Sepolia, and you can notice that the relayer fee changed. So the relayer fee is the amount that's offered to the relayers to deliver our request. And the estimated time for transfer is 10 minutes. This is because BSC has faster finality, and the protocol fee is just a few cents. I'm just going to confirm the transaction to be signed, and it will broadcast it to the chain. And eventually, once the transaction is in a block, we get the transaction progress. So we can see that now we're waiting for Binance to finalize our transaction. I'm just going to skip ahead here. But Binance has very fast finality, so this shouldn't take a lot of time. Immediately, the finality proofs will be available to Hyperbridge. Now we're waiting for a relayer to deliver our transaction to Hyperbridge. And that also shouldn't take a lot of time. Just going to skip ahead here as well. Okay, now our relayer has delivered our transaction. We're waiting for Hyperbridge to confirm our transaction, but let's quickly take a look at some metadata about the request. So first, let's see that we saw the state machine updated event, which actually is equal to the block number for our transaction. Usually it will be greater than, but in this rare case, it's exactly equal to. Then for the request itself, we can see that the request was in Hyperbridge, and it's the same request with the same nonce, so you can see here as well. And that just means that Hyperbridge has seen our request. So we're just going to skip over waiting for Hyperbridge to finalize our transaction. What's really happening in the background is we're generating a ZK proof of Hyperbridge's consensus, and we're going to broadcast that proof to all the chains really, but of course the chain that you're sending to will also get that proof. Eventually the chain gets the proof, and a relayer now has to deliver your transaction to the destination chain. This also takes very, very quickly. It shouldn't take so long. Typically you might see this happen in less than a second, but just maybe Sepolia has a long block time, so that's why it's like this. All right, so the transaction has been delivered by a relayer. We can go see what happened. We can see that we've gotten our money. We sent 200 Hyper dollars, and now we've gotten it. And you can see that our nonce was also received. So that's how you would send a transaction using Hyperbridge. Don't forget to share on Twitter when you're done.